Hi, this is Miss Jordan. She is a pre-K teacher at Montford Elementary, and this is her second year of teaching. We're going to talk to her today about technology and how she integrates it in her preschool classroom. Miss Jordan, what are some ways that you integrate technology into your school curriculum?
All right, well, first of all, we have one smartboard in our room and we have 3 iPads. So that's the technology that I have in my room right now. But we use BlendSpace, which is a program that we use online. And what I do is I create boards. So I have a board for every read aloud that we have. And you can create boards from YouTube, from your Google Drive, from Twitter, from Facebook, anything that you can access on the internet, you can put on your board. And so all I have to do is open up my BlendSpace every day and I can access multiple videos for whatever we're talking about.
I think that'd be great for any teacher.
We have, like I said, we have the 3 iPads. We use those for research, our language block, and our math block. So right now we're really looking at Enchanted Learning websites and going to all the different letters of the alphabet and searching different animals that start with different letters and drawing pictures, and that's our research in pre-K right now.
That is awesome. What are some of the difficulties in using technology in your classroom?
Well, first of all, I have 17 students that range from 3 to 6 years old. I've got 9 typical developing students, and I also have 8 students with disabilities. So definitely one of the biggest difficulties is not always technology is not always accessible to every student. I have some students that have physical disabilities, and so they're not able to always use the touch screen for the iPad. And then I also have 17 little friends that are first-time users of technology and seeing smart boards for the first time. So we spend a lot of time on digital citizenship and the importance of that. And another thing about my room is we're not one-to-one. So we have to take turns using the iPad. So I would say those are all difficulties in my room.
And I'll ask you a question we talked about earlier that's not on here. But, you know, I know that people think that it's a problem getting preschoolers to learn about technology. And you were saying that it was, you know, that they come into it using it, so they never know any different.
I mean, from day one, I give them access to technology. And it's, you know, they can always go over. They said, hey, Miss Jordan, I don't know something. I said, go look it up. And so they can go and look something up. I can type it in for them, and, you know, they start the research on their own. So it's pretty awesome.
I think that's incredible because, you know, you have a lot of, you know, first and second graders that don't really know their way around a computer. What do you consider to be the top 3 apps, and how do you use these apps in your classroom?
Well, my favorite app of all time is MyStory. It's not free. It's $3.99. But it basically allows students to make a book. And so in preschool we have a letter that we focus on every week. And so each week we make a My Story book. And then we're able to share it with their parents, post it on our Facebook page, share it with principals. And so the kids can draw a picture. They take a picture of their picture, and then they can talk about it. And so my students that are nonverbal, we use Big Macs to talk for them, and then they can press their Big Mac so everybody can be a part of My Story. So that's one of my favorite apps. My second favorite app is SandDraw. It has a free version and a non-free version, but I just use the free version in my room. But all of us love going to the beach. And the SandDraw app, we practice writing our letters, writing our name, and the kids can take a picture of it so I know who did what on SandDraw. And then when they don't want to use whatever they have written in the sand, they just press the wave button and a wave comes and takes all of their writing away. So it's really cool.
I bet you they get a kick out of that.
And then my third one, which we just started using after January, we start working on our word families, and it's called SightWords ABCs. And it also has a free version and a buy version. I think the buy version is $1.99, but I have the $1.99 version. And so I can go in and put all of our word family words in, and it boggles the letters up. and they have
Ooh.
to go in and slide the letters where they go.
Straighten them all out.
Yes, they
Oh,
straighten them
that's
all out.
neat.
And so it'll say the sounds as they're moving them, and then it'll read the word if they get it right. If they don't get it right, it boggles them again for them to try again. So
That's really cool. Really cool. What is your favorite tech tip that you want to provide us with today?
favorite tech tip for all teachers is put everything in some type of drive. So, like what we use at Montford is my Google Drive. So, the reason why is you can access that anywhere. So, any computer that you're on in the school, you can always pull up something on your Google Drive. So, I do lesson plans in Google Drive. I always store parent contact information, and it's all confidential as long as you're not sharing it with anybody.
Right.
But that's definitely my favorite tech tip is I always just put everything on Google Drive.
That's awesome. It's a great place to keep everything and be able to access it.
Definitely. Definitely.
What advice would you give to a teacher candidate regarding preparing to teach this new digital generation?
Well, first of all, you have to be flexible because technology is constantly growing and changing, and it's our job just to keep up. In 10 years, the kids are going to know more about technology than we are. So just my advice is just to always be willing to try something new. When iPads first came to schools, most teachers were like, "What's an iPad?" But now they're in every single classroom. So just always be willing to try something new, be flexible, and always be willing to learn.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ms.
You
Jordan.
are so welcome.
Bye.
Bye.